Hey, Andrew. Are you still at work right now? I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to be coming home later than usual today. You can have dinner without me because I'm going to be eating out today. Would that be okay?
What did you say, Kate? Are you serious? I'm not okay with that at all. Making dinner for me is one of your jobs. I'm not going to allow you to slack off.
I'm sorry, but you're just going to have to sort out dinner for yourself today. You can eat out or get takeout if you don't want to make dinner yourself.
No, I am not going to do that. I don't want to eat takeout food. I'm telling you to come home and make me dinner. It's your job as a housewife to do all the housework and all the cooking. I can't believe that you're asking me to make dinner for myself after I've been working the entire day.
Okay, I get what you want to say. I just can't make dinner for you today. I promise I'll do the cooking again from tomorrow. Could you please just figure out dinner for yourself just for tonight?
You obviously don't understand what I'm trying to say. I'm telling you to go home right now and prepare dinner for me. My dinner better be ready by the time I get back home. I am not going to forgive you if there's no food waiting for me. Do you understand? You better not be ignoring me. I just got back home. It doesn't seem like you're home. Where the hell is my dinner, Kate? I thought that I told you to have it ready by the time I got home. Where even are you right now? I thought that you would be home by now. Explain to me right now why you're not home. You're a housewife. You shouldn't be out of the house at this kind of time.
I'm not home yet. I told you that I'd be home later than usual today. Just because I'm a housewife, it doesn't mean I should always be at home.
That's not what I'm asking you. Answer my question. Where the hell are you right now? I don't care about your plans. I expect you to be home and ready to serve me dinner at this time of the day. Were you not listening to anything that I said to you earlier?
I should be able to have my own plans from time to time. I'm not even out with my friends or anything. I'm actually doing you a favor. If you really want me to come home, then I guess I can start heading home soon. You're probably still going to have to sort out dinner for yourself. It's going to take me a little time to get back home.
Why do you keep telling me to make my own dinner? It's not my job to make my own dinner. It's something that you should be doing for me. Why can't you even do the most basic things? You're such a useless wife.
I told you that I wouldn't be able to make dinner for you today. I told you about it in advance. I also don't appreciate you calling me a useless wife. You're not a child anymore. You're an adult man. You should be able to prepare food for yourself. It's only one meal. I didn't get married to you so that I could become your babysitter. If that's what you wanted, you married the wrong person. I really need you to be more independent in the future. I'm getting tired of having to do everything for you. You know that what I'm saying is correct, right?
I don't think what you're saying is correct at all. I can't believe you're being so arrogant when you're just a housewife. You should shut up and just listen to what I'm saying. I'm your husband after all. You need to show me more respect. You need to be more obedient. I'm the one that's earning all the money that you're living off.
Are you really saying that to me again? I thought that I told you that I really don't like being told that. You were the one that wanted me to become a housewife anyway. I would have been perfectly happy continuing to work even after we got married. Aren't you embarrassed by saying stuff like that?
What are you talking about? Why would I be embarrassed about it? What I'm saying is the correct thing. You're my housewife that should be supporting me in every way possible. I'm the one providing all the money for you.
Oh my God. Please shut up with your stupid logic. You really should be embarrassed. What you're saying is really degrading and insulting to me. If you're a decent human being, you should be embarrassed by yourself. I wish you would treat me more like a human.
So you're trying to suggest that I'm not a decent human being? You better watch your mouth when talking to me.
In fact, I think that your entire existence is embarrassing. You're not a decent human being at all. Currently, you're very far from being a decent human being.
What did you just say? I'm starting to get really angry now.
Everything about you is embarrassing. Do you even realize what I was doing today? I'm at your parents' house so that I can take care of your sick mom. If anything, you should be the one taking care of her. She's your mom, after all. Take a look at what you're doing instead. You're making such a huge deal about one meal. You're ordering me to come home to make you dinner. You're treating me just like a slave. This is why I think that you're so embarrassing.
So, that's where you are. You're at my parents' house. You should have told me this much earlier. Is my sister Maddie there by any chance?
Yeah, she's here as well. Why are you asking that? She told me that she had contacted you about it already.
Wait, really? I hadn't opened her text yet. I'm kind of scared to see what she's texted me about.
So you're ignoring her texts on purpose then? I'm going to go and tell her that.
Wait, hold on a minute. You can't do that. Don't tell her anything about me. You should have told me that you were with her.
Why shouldn't I tell her? I need to tell her the reason why I am going to have to leave soon anyway. I'll let her know that you're being a baby and telling me to come home so that I can make you dinner.
Don't you dare tell her anything. You also don't need to come back then. I'll get my dinner myself. You're really starting to annoy me today.
I could say that right back at you. You're starting to annoy me too. In fact, why don't you just come here then? If you want dinner, you can just eat here at your parents' house. I'll prepare something for you to eat if you're going to come.
Are you saying that on purpose? You know that I can't go.
Yeah, I was just joking around with you. You're too scared to come here, right?
I can't believe you'd make a joke like that. It wasn't funny at all.
I just couldn't help it. It would be pretty awkward for you to have to talk to Maddie, right? You did lie to her after all. You told her that you were taking care of your sick mom all by yourself. I really don't understand why you would make up a lie like that. I was always the only one coming here to take care of your mom.
I wanted to make it sound like I was being a good child and taking care of Mom. Things wouldn't have ended up like this if you hadn't have told Maddie the truth. She's been really mean to me recently after she found out that I was lying to her. She even called me a living piece of trash. I was so shocked when she called me that. I'm scared to even talk to her now.
I can totally understand why she called you that. I know that you were telling her that I was a completely useless wife. You lied to her that I wasn't doing any of the housework and that I wasn't taking care of your mom at all. You boasted about how you were taking care of your sick mom yourself, when in reality, you hadn't even taken care of her a single time after she got sick. Maddie looked really confused when she first found out that you were lying. I was always the one at your parents' house taking care of your mom when she visited. I think she expected to see you there after all the lies that you told her.
Well, I was busy with work and that's why you were just covering for me temporarily. That's one of your jobs as my wife.
Was it really just temporarily? You haven't even gone to your parents' house ever since your mom got sick. I have no idea why you told Maddie that you were the only one taking care of Mom. Maddie realized that you were lying even without me having to tell her anything.
Well, you should have tried to help me out. You could have told her that I was just busy with work.
Why should I have to try to support your blatant lie? I'm glad that Maddie is an understanding person. I didn't want her to keep thinking that I was a useless wife like you said to her. She realized that everything you said wasn't true right away.
Did she say anything about me to you?
Yeah, she told me a lot of things, actually. She told me that you always said insults about me behind my back. I can't believe that you were insulting me on top of lying about me.
I can't believe that she would tell you about that.
Your sick mom also knew that everything that you were saying about me was a lie. I'm really glad that the rest of your family are decent people. I have no idea how you managed to turn out like you are. You're completely different from the rest of your family. I wish that you were even half as nice as them.
I can't believe that you're talking to me like this. I'm not going to forgive you for this. You useless piece of trash. Wait a second. You're not showing these text messages to Maddie, are you?
Actually, I'm showing the text messages to your entire family. They're right next to me seeing everything that you've said to me. Maddie seems to be getting a little mad. I would be careful the next time you see her in person.
Oh my God! You're not serious, are you? How could you do such a thing? What you did is a breach of privacy. I wouldn't have said those things if I knew other people were going to see it.
They all look very disappointed in you. So anyway, are you going to come over or not? I need to start making dinner if you're going to come. Why am I even asking? You're definitely not going to be coming. Make sure that you prepare dinner for yourself then. I'm not coming home to prepare it for you.
Kate, are you seriously going to abandon me like this? I asked you to prepare me dinner. You can't just ignore my orders. I am not going to forgive you for this. I'll forgive you if you start heading back home right now. Are you even listening to me? You better not ignore me like this. Kate, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to go to take care of Mom tomorrow. I have a business meeting that I have to attend instead now. I'm not going to have the time to drive all the way to her house.
Wait, what? You're not serious, are you? You can't just change your plans like that. I'm not able to go tomorrow, and that's why I asked you to go instead. In fact, you were the one that volunteered to go instead of me.
Well, it can't be helped. I'm always going to prioritize work. I didn't know that I was going to have to go to a meeting tomorrow. It's not my fault at all. Do you have anything to say to that? Are you seriously telling me to slack off from work?
That's not what I'm telling you to do at all. I just want you to keep promises that you make. You said that you would go and take care of your mom tomorrow. I thought that you apologized to Maddie and promised her that you would start helping out. You said that you would start trying to do the right thing.
I'm sorry, but it's already decided. I can't go all the way to my parents' house tomorrow. You should be grateful that I'm even contacting you about it in the first place. I could have just stayed quiet about this, you know.
You're back to your usual self again. This self-absorbed, arrogant brat. I never should have trusted you at all.
What did you just call me? You better take that back. It's not my fault that I have to attend a business meeting tomorrow. You should be complaining to my workplace and not me. I'm not doing anything wrong this time around.
You never should have promised that you were going to help then. You were the one that told me that you would take up all my duties caring for your mom. I didn't really believe in you at all, but I didn't expect you to give up this fast. You can just leave it all to me from now on. I actually don't mind taking care of your mom that much at all.
This entire situation is just so annoying and it's your fault. If you had have kept quiet to Maddie, none of this would have happened. This is all your fault and you need to take responsibility.
Actually, you shouldn't be blaming this on me at all. It's your fault that you're in the situation you're in right now.
Why do you end up coming to a conclusion like that?
I'm just telling the truth. I bet that you don't even have a business meeting tomorrow.
What does that even mean?
I know that you've been lying to me about work recently. You've been out drinking and having fun with other women, right?
What are you talking about? You have no evidence of that. Anyway, I won't be able to go to my parents' house tomorrow. I've told you, okay? Now it's up to you to do something about it.
You're trying to change the subject. I know that something's going on. I'm going to find out about everything at some point. Okay, fine. I'll figure something out. It's an emergency! Why are you not picking up? Contact me as soon as you see this.
My bad. I was kind of busy. What was the emergency that you were talking about? Does it have something to do with my mom?
What were you doing up till now? I told you that it was an emergency. Your mom passed away.
Oh, really? I see.
Wait, what? Are you serious? That's all you have to say? Where are you? In fact, what are you even doing right now? Could you come to the hospital? I'll wait for you here.
Why should I have to go to the hospital?
What? Why are you even asking me that? You should be heading straight to the hospital without me having to tell you to do it.
Why? I really don't understand. You're not telling me to come and take a look at my mom, are you? There's no reason for me to do that.
Are you serious? You're her son!
What are you talking about? Of course I'm her son. Anyway, there's no reason for me to go to the hospital, so I'm not going. Maddie is there with you, right? The two of you can do all the paperwork and other stuff that needs to get done.
I can't believe you're saying this. Your mom just passed away. Why don't you try to be a decent son for once? Do you not want to see her one last time? I don't understand how you can be so mean.
I really don't understand why you're making such a big deal out of this. You don't need to worry, by the way. It's not like I'm doing absolutely nothing. I will do what needs to be done.
What does that even mean? You just said that you have no intention of even coming to the hospital.
You really are such an idiot. Do you really not understand? I'm the eldest child of the family. I'm going to be inheriting everything from my mom. That's what my job is as the eldest son. You guys can organize the funeral, as that's not part of my job.
I can't believe you're saying this. You really are an evil human being.
What are you talking about? I'm going to be very busy sorting out everything that I have to inherit. I don't have the time to be organizing a funeral as well. I'm leaving everything to do with the funeral to you then. Think of this as a punishment for getting me into trouble the other day. You've been treating me so terribly recently. Let this be a lesson to you. Don't disobey my orders.
You can't be serious. You're the one that's been treating me terribly.
Say whatever you want about me. I really don't care.
How are you acting like this? I can't believe you're having this attitude after your mom just passed away. Do you not feel sad or upset at all?
Why should I be upset? I was already prepared for her to be gone. We were told that she didn't have that much longer to live. There's no reason for me to be sad because I already knew about it.
You really are a living piece of trash. I can understand why your family calls you that.
What did you just call me? How dare you say that to me?
You deserve that name. In fact, I think that name is being way too kind to you. I'm so embarrassed that I decided to get married to a guy like you in the first place. It's the biggest mistake that I've made in my life.
That's what I should be saying to you. I deserve a better woman than you. All you ever did was pretend to take care of my sick mom while relaxing at my parents' house. All you do is complain about how busy you are. You don't even have a job. You lazy piece of trash. I regret that I ever got married to a lazy woman like you.
That's it. I've had enough of talking to you. There's no need for you to help out with any of this at all. I don't even want to be asking for help from someone like you.
Didn't I tell you this earlier? It's not like I'm doing nothing. I'm going to be busy counting up all the money that I'm going to be inheriting. From now on, don't even bother contacting me unless it's a real emergency.
Do whatever the hell you want. I really don't care about you at all now.
I just told you to contact me if something important happens. Do you understand? Hey, are you even listening? Why aren't you replying to me? Don't ignore me like this. You better do your job as my wife. Kate, I've got something that I need to tell you. I need you to get all your belongings together and move out. I'm kicking you out.
Wait, what did you just say? Are you serious?
I just told you that I'm kicking you out the house. Were you not listening to what I just said? Now that the funeral is over, there's nothing left for you to do. I don't need you as my wife anymore. I'll even get a divorce from you. You should be happy that you managed to complete all your jobs as my wife. You should be proud of yourself for getting all the way to the end. Although you were a pretty terrible wife. I'd say you barely passed.
What are you even talking about?
Don't talk back to me like that. Just listen to what I'm saying to you. I have absolutely no need for you now. I don't want you as my wife anymore. There's no point crying to me for forgiveness either. I've already made this decision and I'm not changing my mind. We're definitely getting a divorce.
Yeah, whatever.
Are you so shocked that you can't even talk?
No, it's not that. I'm just surprised by how much of an idiot you are.
Did you just call me an idiot? Do you not realize the situation that you're in right now?
I guess you don't understand anything. Are you really sure that you should be acting so arrogantly? Did you not read your mom's will? You probably haven't read it, judging by the way you're talking to me.
My mom's will? I didn't know something like that even existed.
Well, it exists. Your mom had been preparing it for a while. I think she even hired a lawyer to help her out once she got sick. Her husband left everything for her when he passed away, so she must have had a lot of things to sort out.
I really had no idea that she had written a will. Have you already seen what she wrote?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's probably not what you thought it would be like at all. That's why I was wondering why you were being so arrogant.
I get what's happening now. I bet you that Mom tried to make sure that I didn't inherit anything from her. What an idiot.
Why do you say that?
Even if she were to write that in her will, I would still be able to inherit everything from her. I am her eldest son, after all. I have every right to get all her savings and expensive belongings.
You seem to not be worried at all. Why do you know so much about this? Did you do some research because you predicted this kind of future?
Who knows? Maybe I hoped for this to happen. Maybe not. I'm not going to tell you, though. I did a little research just in case, though. I was a little curious as to how much I would be inheriting. I knew that she didn't have that long left, after all. I think most people would have done the same thing in my situation.
I guess it might be important to learn about inheritance at some point. However, I think the way that you went about it was very wrong. You didn't even visit your sick mom a single time.
Don't judge me like that. I did the research because I wanted to know how much I would be receiving. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I really don't know why you're saying that I did this in the wrong way. Would you be able to explain what you mean by that? How about giving some evidence before accusing me of doing something wrong?
I really have no idea why I decided to get married to a piece of trash like you.
I think absolutely the same way as you. All the other women I talk to have the complete opposite thought pattern as you. That's probably why I get along with them a lot better than I do with you.
What did you just say? That must mean that you're... Yeah, I knew it. I thought that something was wrong.
I didn't cheat on you that often. There's no need to worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried because I'm done with you. I just feel bad for whomever ends up with a cheating, arrogant, good-for-nothing loser like you. So you've been ignoring your mother on her deathbed, treating me like a slave, and cheating on me. God, you're totally hopeless. You really are a living piece of trash, aren't you? I already hated you before you just told me that, but now? I don't even hate you. I'm not wasting my emotions on you.
Say what you want about me. I really don't care about your opinion anymore. Also, I'm going to be inheriting everything from my mom. None of you are getting anything. I'm so happy that everything in my life is going to plan. On the other hand, your life must be in shambles right now. This is what you get for treating me so badly.
You're the one that's been treating me terribly. Well, I'm glad that you think your life is going so smoothly right now. Enjoy it while you can. I doubt it's going to be smooth sailing from now on.
What do you even mean by that? My life is going to continue to be amazing.
Yeah, whatever. Are you really sure that you don't need to take a look at your mom's will? You should probably take a look before talking so arrogantly to everyone.
Why do I have to waste my time reading her will? It has no meaning at all. It doesn't matter what she wrote down. I know a method that can let me inherit all of her savings and belongings.
Are you really sure about that? I think that what you're thinking of is a different case altogether. That usually happens when the person that passed away doesn't leave behind a will. In that case, you might have been able to inherit some of her savings and belongings. It usually involves a lawyer and lots of paperwork and time. Your mom left behind a clear message on who would inherit her savings and belongings.
Wait, what? I thought that I would have the right to inherit all her stuff. Does her will really take priority?
Of course it does! Your mom even hired a lawyer to help her write it out. If I were you, I would take a look at the will before assuming anything. How about you try talking to Maddie about it? Although I have no idea if she's going to show it to you.
Well, you know what's written inside, right? How about you just tell me right now?
I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm going to do that.
Hey, could you explain to me what's going on? What does it mean when I've been excluded from inheritance?
So Maddie showed you what was written in your mom's will then? I'm glad that you managed to see it. I'm very happy to hear it.
Why are you happy? I think that this could be very bad for me. It might mean that I'm not eligible to inherit anything from her.
Actually, that's exactly what it means. You're not going to be getting anything from her. Your mom made sure of it too. She even hired a lawyer to protect her will just in case you tried to argue it. Even if you go to court about it, you're not going to be getting anything. She made sure that you wouldn't be able to receive a single cent.
Wait, what? Why would she do that to me? I'm her child.
Do you really have to even ask me that? You did some terrible things that made her want to do this to you. You probably have a rough idea why, right?
Yeah, kind of. I still think I deserve to be given at least half of her inheritance. She was annoyed because I didn't come to take care of her when she was sick. That's the reason, right? I can't believe she's excluding me just for that.
That's just one of the reasons. I doubt she would have cared if that was the only reason. There's an entire list of reasons why she didn't want to give you anything.
Wait, hold on a minute. There's an entire list of reasons? That's the only reason I'm able to think of right now. I literally did nothing else wrong my entire life. I was a perfect child to her.
You better not be serious about that. I think you're one of the worst people that I've ever met. I doubt that your mom would have been happy to have you as her child.
I don't care about what you think about me. What I care about is the inheritance that I should be receiving. I really need all that money right now. I've been looking forward to it for such a long time now. I don't think I deserve to be excluded from her inheritance just because I didn't come to visit her. I was busy with work this entire time. That's why I couldn't go to visit her. I still think I deserve a large share of her inheritance.
Yeah, I would agree with you if that was the only reason she excluded you. You know that's not true, though.
Most people that get excluded from receiving their parents' inheritance did something really bad. People that commit major crimes or act violently towards their parents can be excluded from receiving inheritance. That's what I just read on the internet. Do you see what I'm saying now? I didn't commit a crime or act violently towards anyone.
Actually, you did do something else that's pretty awful. We all know about it already.
What are you even talking about? I've not done anything wrong.
Didn't you spend a large amount of your mom's savings without her permission?
Wait, what? How do you know about that? Wait, I didn't mean to say that. I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Please stop making up weird lies about me.
Actually, we already have clear evidence of you using your mom's savings. Your mom knew about it the entire time. That's why she decided to hire a lawyer so that you could be excluded from her inheritance.
Wait, hold on a minute. Stop blaming me for something that I didn't do. What's the evidence that you guys have on me? I never spent any of my mom's savings without her permission.
There's no point lying about it. It was just after your mom was told that she had stage 4 cancer. You went into her house while she was at the hospital. You logged into her computer and messed around with her online banking account.
You have no proof of that. I would never do such a thing. That's just a random story that you guys made up to frame me. Where's the evidence? I am really angry that you would blame me for something that I didn't do.
I'm telling you this because we have the evidence. We have video evidence of you entering her house. It was the day when the rest of us were at the hospital comforting your mom. We also logged into her online bank account and checked the transactions and the dates. A large sum of money was transferred out of her account around 5 minutes after the video of you entering her house.
Wait, what? There's a video of me entering her house?
Of course there is! Didn't you know that there was a CCTV camera set outside her house? I got it set up as she was getting old and living alone. I never thought that it would be useful in catching you committing a crime, though. It was set up to catch thieves and criminals.
Why the hell didn't you tell me about it?
There were also monitoring cameras set up inside the house, too. The nurses help us set it up just in case of emergencies. Your mom was very sick, after all. We didn't want to leave her completely alone.
I can't believe that there were cameras set up around the house. You should have told me about all this.
I didn't think there was any need to tell you. It seemed like you had no intention of helping take care of your mom at all.
I still would have liked to know about the cameras.
I can't believe that you would steal money from your sick mom. The evidence is very clear. We could even check who owns the bank account the large sum of money was sent to. It's your bank account, right?
Yes, it's my bank account. I didn't think that she would notice at all.
So you just admitted to the crime then?
Wait, no, that's not what I meant. I was just trying to help her out, you know. I was going to use the money to pay for her medical expenses.
What kind of excuse is that? Maddie was the one that paid for all the medical expenses for your mom. You should just give up already. You've already committed the crime and there's no going back. We're going to report you to the police. You're probably going to have to go to the court at some point as well. You can explain everything that happened to them.
Wait, what did you just say? The police and the court are going to get involved?
Well, obviously. You committed a crime. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but I don't think that you're going to get away with what you did for free. You're probably going to have to return the money that you transferred to your bank account.
Why would I return it? My mom isn't alive anymore. It's not like she's going to need the money now.
Actually, you're going to have to give it back to me and Maddie.
Wait, what did you just say? Why would I give it back to you guys?
Your mom actually decided to give me exactly half of her inheritance. The other half is going to Maddie. We're going to be sharing all of your mom's savings and belongings. Maddie already agreed to this as well.
What did you just say? That doesn't make any sense at all. I'm her eldest son. You're not even her daughter.
Actually, this was your mom's decision. She told me about it when she was still alive. I actually rejected her offer at first.
Well, you should reject the offer then. The half of the inheritance you're receiving should be coming to me anyway.
Actually, you wouldn't have received anything even if I had rejected her offer. She pretty much cut ties with you completely. She didn't see you as her son anymore.
What? I had no idea about that.
You weren't even invited to the funeral, right? That's because you weren't seen as part of the family anymore. You should have realized it all at that point. I guess you're too dumb to understand even the most basic things. Even Maddie was saying that she's going to cut ties with you completely. You should just assume that you don't have a family anymore.
No way. I don't have a family now. My life depended on me receiving a huge amount of money from my mom. What am I meant to do now? I even quit my job because I thought I was receiving so much money.
You really should have read your mom's will before doing anything stupid like that then. Well, I'm getting a divorce from you and I'm going to be cutting ties with you as well. Don't even bother trying to contact me anymore. Good luck with the rest of your miserable life. Andrew was completely excluded from his mom's will and wasn't able to inherit any of her savings or belongings. On the other hand, I received half of the inheritance from his mom. It was a lot more than I originally expected, and I'm still a little surprised every time I look at the balance in my bank account. I decided to pay all of the fees associated with her funeral. Andrew was told to return all of the money that he had transferred out of his mom's account. Unfortunately, he had spent it all already and had barely any savings left. He had to start working 3 part-time jobs at once so that he could pay back all the money that he owed. Currently, he's working from very early in the morning all the way up till midnight with barely any rest. It looks like his life is very miserable, and it doesn't look like things will get better anytime soon. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.
I heard what happened this morning. You got yelled at by my mom again, didn't you? She was telling me how useless you are around the house. I guess I don't blame her, though.
I've heard that complaint a million times at this point. I don't get her at all, though. She told me what she wanted to eat for dinner in the morning, so I went out of my way to make it all ready for the evening. But then she snapped at me because she didn't feel like eating that anymore at dinner time. What was I supposed to do? She should have told me beforehand if she wanted me to make something else instead of just yelling at me.
I don't know why you're ranting about that to me. You complain too much, you know that? If Mom said she suddenly wanted something else, then you need to accommodate her as quickly as you can. You should have double-checked before making anything from the beginning. Would have made things much easier for the both of you.
I did! I made sure to ask what she wanted to eat right before I went to the supermarket to buy the ingredients. And she was fully sure about what she wanted to eat during then. But then the moment I finished making it for her, she snapped at me and said I was always useless around the house.
You really do get yelled at all the time, don't you? Can't you do anything right? She barely yelled at me growing up, so I don't know what you're doing exactly, but it's a miracle you keep getting on her bad side. You never know when to behave though, do you? I remember last time I had to stay late at work and I got home late. You were out and about instead of having dinner prepared for me. You were probably wasting time outside with your friends, weren't you?
Sam, I already talked to you about that earlier. I got home at the usual time, but I couldn't get my key to work. So I pressed the doorbell over and over since your mom was home, but she just ignored me the entire time. So I had to wait outside until you got back from work. I can't believe your mom went out of her way to change the locks just so I'd have to wait outside for hours.
And I told you that was to do with upping the security for our home. She went ahead and changed it because we'd had the same lock on the door for years. And because you weren't able to catch on to that, my mom had to go without dinner that night. I felt so sorry for her. I can't believe you wouldn't be able to figure out something as simple as that.
Sam, listen to me. She didn't let me into the house intentionally. Why should I have to go the extra mile just to deal with the inconveniences she made for me? I called her over and over thinking maybe she missed the doorbell, but she didn't pick up either. She was doing all of that out of spite to waste my time.
I told you that Mom was sleeping during all of that, remember? She had a tough day going to the locksmith all by herself. Cut her some slack. She was waiting for you the entire time, but you came home way too late, so she ended up falling asleep. God, I can't believe you not only made her wait, but ended up making her go through that on an empty stomach. I'm getting angry again just thinking about it.
Yeah, me too. You really love your mom so much, don't you? More than you love me, probably.
Are you getting jealous? Is that what we're doing now? Besides, I'm sure you just ended up giving up after pressing the doorbell just a few times, right? No wonder she didn't hear you. Why didn't you keep going, huh? You just wanted to get out of the responsibility of having to look after my mom. That's what it was, wasn't it? Then clearly you're the one in the wrong here.
You don't understand. I was trying to get her attention over and over. What? Do you think I wanted to sit out in the heat like that? I wanted to be let in the entire time. And she didn't even answer my calls or texts, so I ended up heading to the cafe down the street, because at least then I'd be able to wait with air conditioning. I literally told you all of this. What more do I need to tell you?
You really are creative with your excuses, I'll give you that. But I'm disappointed that you can't even do the bare basics as my wife. You can't even maintain communication with my mom. Not in person, and not on the phone either. You really need to learn what your responsibilities are in this household. Why did I even marry you anyway? There's plenty of women in my workplace that could do simple daily tasks like these without a sweat. But instead, I have to deal with you.
I'd love to see what you'd feel like if you were put into this position. I don't understand how you never back me up, even though I'm your wife. You enjoy bullying me along with your mom. Is that it? Because I want to get along with the both of you, but it seems like that feeling is one-sided. She seems to hate just having me around for whatever reason.
Playing the victim card now, are we? God, you're pathetic. Stop trying to shift the blame to someone else for your own mistakes. Do you not see how much of a failure you sound like? I know that my mom wants to at least get along with you because you're my wife, but that won't ever happen until you change your attitude toward looking after her.
Sam, I am trying my best. If she wanted the best for the both of us, she would stop bullying me like this, don't you think? I feel like I'm going crazy having to repeat everything to you. Oh, whatever. What time will you be home tonight? If possible, I'd like you to join our conversation too.
Conversation? Whatever it is, you better give it up. I completely forgot to mention, but I messaged you in the first place to let you know that I don't need dinner tonight. So I don't know what you were planning, but it'll have to wait.
Wait, again? What's up with you coming home late every single day for the past week? There's no way you keep getting held back at work that many days in a row, right?
Look, If my work says I have to stay back, then that's exactly what I'll do. Unlike you, I'm not lazy. I'm a busy guy with a lot of responsibilities, and I like to meet everyone's expectations. Don't tell me now you're going to start complaining about my work hours or something.
Well, no, but... Look, I already made dinner for you because I thought you were going to be back home. So could you eat it in the morning? I don't really want my effort to go to waste.
No way. Are you trying to make me eat leftovers? Are you out of your mind? You can't even cook fresh food for your husband. If you don't want to waste it, then why don't you eat it? I want to have a freshly cooked breakfast. Surely you can provide that.
Sam, I'm already eating leftovers. I keep having to put away your dinner every night because you don't come home. But I can't finish all of these leftovers by myself. I'd appreciate it if you ate every once in a while. And because your mom keeps asking me to change the dish last minute, I have to keep making extra. These meals are going to go off if no one eats them. So I'm sorry, but you need to stop being picky and eat tonight's meal in the morning.
Who do you think runs this house, huh? Who pays the bills? Me. So if I want a fresh meal in the morning, then that's what you'll be making for me. You're the one that still hasn't been able to figure out my mom's taste buds. Don't put the blame on her. No wonder she thinks you're a terrible housewife.
Whatever. Do what you want. Don't complain to me if I need to end up having to throw out any food. I better not get lectured about wasting food later on, you hear me?
You made the extra food. You deal with all the leftovers. Anyways, I got a dip. You better get along with Mom tonight.
Yeah. Millie! Open the door, for God's sake! Why are you locking me out of the house again? You knew I stepped out of the house to hang the washing up. I know you intentionally locked the door from the inside. You haven't weeded the garden, even though I've mentioned it over and over. That's why I won't let you in until you finally finish it. I don't need any lazy woman in this household. Now, go and pull the weeds. I was planning on doing them later this evening when the sun goes down a bit. I finally got some time off, so I was going to get around to doing the majority of the housework. Please don't worry. I never forgot about it. So please, unlock the door. I have housework to take care of in the house, too. That's the biggest lie I've heard all week. You just want to come inside to relax all day long. I guarantee you didn't even think about the weeds one bit this morning. You really think I don't have my eye on you? Ever since Sam brought you home, I've been very careful with watching you. I told you to do the weeding last week, and yet you still haven't gotten around to it. I'm telling you, I finally got a day off from work, so I was planning on doing it today. But it's still very hot at the moment, so the plan was to do them in the evening. Besides, I have plans this afternoon, so I need you to let me in so I can finish off the other housework before getting ready for that. What did I say? So, you were planning to go out and waste time instead of looking after me. What a horrible woman you are. You don't even care about looking after your husband's house or his mother. Don't think I'll let any of this slide. I will be telling Sam about this immediately. I'm at the edge of the line with you. Why shouldn't I go out on my days off? I wasn't planning to neglect the housework either. I planned to do all of it before I went out. Look at Sam. He goes out and drinks with his friends all the time. He doesn't even come home until the next day most nights. Why should I have different rules? I'm sorry, but let me ask you this. Who do you think is the one that earns money in this household? That would be Sam. He is allowed to use his time however he wants. You, on the other hand, are his wife. Your only responsibility is to clean the house while he's out and about. I understand that, and I keep telling you that I'm planning on doing the housework, so please stop wasting my time and let me in already. The more you go on about this, the less I'll be able to get done. Not to mention, it's like an oven out here. If you don't want me collapsing, you better open the door soon. You don't want to have to call an ambulance if I get heat stroke, do you? I'm actually starting to get dizzy. Millie, please, open the door. God, you're such a drama queen. I know you're pathetic, but even you wouldn't collapse just from that. This must be karma from procrastinating doing the weeds all this time. So hurry up and get to doing them. I know you won't end up doing it today if I let you in. Millie, I've been watching over the weeds and I've been pulling them out gradually for a few weeks now. I just couldn't get around to it these past few days because of how busy I was. I'm literally looking at them right now and they don't even look that critical at all. Well, that's great to hear. You'll be able to finish in no time then. Why don't you stop complaining and get to work then? Even so, it'll take half an hour at least. I'm already starting to feel dizzy. I don't know how much longer I can last in this heat. Look, if you want me to do it now, I'll consider it. But please at least get me some water. It's really hot out here. I know I'll pass out if I start weeding in this sort of weather. Please, just unlock the door. Shut up and get to work. I've said everything I needed to say. Now stop wasting both of our times and get rid of those damn weeds. All right, I'll get to it. You have to listen to me. I'm honestly about to faint. You need to let me into the house. I need water right now. Even messaging you right now is giving me the biggest headache. You've only been out there for a measly 10 minutes. If you weren't so lazy all of the time, you wouldn't be struggling to do something this simple. Now keep going. I'll be enjoying the air conditioner in here for your sake, too. Oh, there's some iced coffee in the fridge, too, if I remember correctly. A cold shower might be a good idea, too. Please, I'm begging you. I can't even stand straight right now. I need you to unlock the door. I'm seriously feeling sick. I know you're doing this all on purpose. Please, I promise to continue later tonight. You have my word. Sam, where are you right now? Look, I'm sorry for the sudden message, but I need your help. Please, come back home. Your mom trapped me outside and I feel like I'm about to pass out from heat stroke. I'm genuinely on my last breath right now. I can barely stand properly.
Huh? What have you gotten up to this time? I'm sure you're just being dramatic. But you probably were in the wrong again if Mom kicked you out of the house.
Look, this isn't a laughing matter at all. She told me to pull the weeds in this heat and isn't going to unlock the door until I finish. But I told her I'd do it when the sun goes down. I'm really feeling sick. Sam, you have to help me.
Oh, right. Yeah, I already heard that from Mom. You can't stand because of the heat. What sort of excuse is that? I bet you're just jealous that Mom gets to enjoy the air conditioner. But it's your fault for leaving the weeding for too long. And it seems like you're energetic enough to message me, so I'm sure you can keep going. God, I feel stupid for feeling worried about you even for a fraction of a second. You're gonna need to do better than that to fool me or Mom.
You're kidding me. Your mom already told you that your wife was complaining about getting heat stroke, and then you didn't send me a single message? Were you not worried about me in the slightest?
I told you I was worried for a fraction of a second. But I see now that I wasted my time. You're just lying and exaggerating, as usual.
Why would I lie? You know that I end up doing everything I'm told in this household. I'm serious when I say I'm about to pass out. I need you to come home.
Look, I trust Mom more than I'd ever trust you. So all I'll say is to keep your head up and push through with willpower. It's not even gonna take you that long. You could have used this time that you spent complaining to me on pulling those weeds. If you did that, I'm sure you would have been done by now. Look, I'm busy right now. These beers aren't going to drink themselves.
I can't believe you. I'm messaging your mom over and over, but I'm not getting any response. She's not even reading any of them either.
She might be sleeping again. Try not to disturb her too much, yeah? You're a fault for leaving those weeds to grow for all this time. Just hurry up and get to it.
Fine. I was an idiot for believing in you.
Hey! I guess I should be the nice husband and update you. Sorry about being out and about all of last night. Anyways, I'll be out drinking with the boys like usual tonight. So you don't need to worry about my dinner tonight.
Look, I didn't want to believe it either, but your mom has passed away.
Huh? What the hell are you saying? You think it's funny to say stuff like that? What's the matter with you?
You weren't looking at your phone all this time, were you? I'm glad I finally got to you, though. I'm sorry to tell you, but your mom is no longer alive.
What are you on about? Stop messing around. Even if it's a joke, you've gone way too far. If anything, you were the one that seemed like you were going to pass out at any moment.
It happened right after I passed out in the garden from heat stroke while I was weeding. She coincidentally had a severe heart attack at the same time. That's why I assumed you stopped getting messages from her after that.
Wait. There's no way. You're lying. I know you are.
I'm telling you the truth. If I was in the house at the time and was able to realize that she passed out, I could have called for an ambulance immediately. She most definitely would have been alive at this point if that had happened. But because I was passed out in the garden during all of this, no one was able to help her.
This is all a dumb lie you've made up to get revenge on me. I know it. Right? Ugh, this can't be happening. You're saying that because Mom made you handle those weeds and locked you out, she couldn't get any help and died because of it?
Yeah. I'm sorry. Even I didn't wish for anything like this. But I can't stop thinking that things would have been much different had she let me into the house back then. Or if you had come back home after I contacted you yesterday. Then one of us would have found her and could have given her the help she needed.
This is just too much. Why did this have to happen? How am I going to live without Mom? I don't know if I can keep on going by myself. It should have been you. Why did you survive instead? You passed out too, didn't you?
I was planning on meeting someone straight after that. So after contacting you, I called them and asked for their help instead. My friend ended up calling the police and an ambulance came for me. And that's when we discovered that your mom had passed away. The fire department had to break the front door down to get to her. But it was too late.
Why did this have to happen?
The good news is that the new locks were super effective. The firefighters said they hadn't had so much trouble getting into a house in some time. Though I guess I'm being petty. There's more serious things to deal with right now.
Why were you the one that got out of all of this unharmed?
Look, they tried their hardest to save your mom. The doctors took her in an ambulance, but they were just a few minutes too late. Any longer and I would have been a goner too. I'm glad they somehow made it in time.
This is all your fault. You didn't do the weeding when she first asked last week. That's why she had to resort to using these extreme methods. If you had just listened from the start, none of this would have started.
How can you even say something like that? You know that I'm just as busy as you are, and yet you were out and about wasting time with your friends. If you were that concerned about the weeds, you could have done it yourself. You left your wife to deal with everyone at home while you were enjoying the company of another woman.
Wait, what are you on about?
See? I learned something interesting from my friend. What a coincidence that everything is crumbling around you all at once. I have hard evidence that you were cheating on me with some other woman. So I'll be filing for divorce, by the way. I hope you're ready to lose everything.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Stop trying to ruin my life even more than you already have.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. Don't play dumb. I guess maybe you forgot, but I told you my friend is a detective.
Are you saying you got them to look into me or something?
Exactly. I thought it was weird for a while now. I mean, can you blame me? You kept saying you had to go out with friends or that you had to work overtime for weeks now. So I asked my friend, and they were able to figure out what was going on in no time.
No way. I didn't think you'd ever find out. Wait, let's just talk things over. Too much has happened at once. We need to settle down. Let's not talk about divorce just yet.
There's nothing more for me to talk about. Let's just end everything without talking things through. I know you prefer to spend time with others rather than your wife, after all. Once I'm out of the hospital, I'll go send in my divorce papers.
Come on. Don't be rash.
Go to hell, Sam. Who knows? Maybe you'll see your mom there. Afterwards, my ex-husband Sam figured out he depended on me for absolutely everything and couldn't even look after himself. With his mother gone, he struggled to even live a normal daily life. I went ahead and sent in the divorce papers right after I left the hospital, looking forward to the freedom of being single again and not having anyone tell me what to do. Even though Sam lost his mother through all of this, I honestly can't feel a single bit sorry for him after all that they both put me through. Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to tune in next time for some similar stories.
Hey, where the hell did you go? How dare you leave without my permission? You really need to know your place. Hello, Kyle. I'm sorry, but do you need me for something? Yeah, I do. I have a bunch of work that I was going to ask you to do. Why are you not around when I actually need you? Where are you right now? I came home after I finished my meeting with Mr. Price. What kind of job were you planning on asking me to do? Why would a contract worker like you be having a meeting with him? He's the manager of this company. You must be lying to me. I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? There seems to be a misunderstanding. Why is a part-time contractor like you acting so arrogantly towards me? Do you realize that I'm much more important than you? A part-time worker like you should be listening to my orders. I can't believe that you just left without doing the work that I was going to ask you to do. I'm sorry, but I still have no idea what you're talking about. You were also flirting with Anna, weren't you? I can't believe it. She's mine, so you better leave her alone. Anna? I have no idea who you're talking about. Stop acting like you don't know her. I know that you like her too. She's mine, and I'm not going to forgive you if you try to go near her. I think you must have the wrong person. I still have no idea what you're talking about. You're really starting to annoy me now. Her full name is Anna Bond. Does that ring a bell now? She's the hottest person that works at this company. She's also going to be my girlfriend in the near future. So you were talking about Miss Bond. She did come to talk to me about something work-related today. I only see her as a co-worker, so would you stop accusing me based on your assumptions? You better not talk to her outside of work. She's all mine. I will not forgive anyone that tries to take her from me. I see. I had no idea that you two were dating. Please don't worry about me trying to take her from you. Such a thing will never happen. I better get going soon as I'm busy. Goodbye. What, are you serious? You're kidding, right? I'm sorry? You can't just leave yet. All the work that I was planning to force you to do is still unfinished. Hurry up and come back to the office now. You were planning to force me to do your work for you? Would you mind explaining why you were planning to do such a thing? It was all the work that I was meant to do but couldn't get finished in time. I decided it would be easier for me if I made you do all of it. Wait, what did you just say? Why should I be doing the work that was assigned to you? Are you seriously talking back to me? You're just a contract worker. You're meant to listen and help us full-time workers out. I don't want to do any of this, so I'm forcing you to do it instead. Simple as that. You guys are pretty much my slaves. It seems like there's some serious problems with your attitude. I have no idea why you're looking down on me so much. If the job was assigned to you, you should be the one completing it. Please don't force your jobs and responsibility onto other workers. I can't believe you're telling me what to do. You're just a part-time contract worker. How dare you talk back to a full-time worker like me? I'm ordering you to do this. Stop talking back and do as I say. I expect all of the work to be done by tomorrow. There seems to be a huge misunderstanding between us. I think I've heard enough from you. What are you talking about? I work for a different company to you. Our companies recently became business partners. I'm not a part-time contractor that works for your company. Stop making up excuses. You're still my slave. You're meant to listen to my orders and do as I say. Do I really have to tell you the same thing again? I work for a different company from you. I can't be bothered to talk to you anymore. I don't care what you say, as long as you get all the work done that I gave you. I left everything that I want completed on your desk. You really don't listen at all, do you? I have no intention of going back to your workplace today. Are you listening to anything that I'm telling you? Thank you so much for today. Thank you as well. I had a great time. We're really grateful that you came to work for us for an entire week. You really helped us out. It was really nothing. Thanks for taking me to the restaurant today. That food was really great. It was no problem at all. I hope that our companies will get along well in the future. We are very excited to have you guys as our new business partner. Our CEO is very excited about the future of the two companies. This is all thanks to you, Mr. Price. We would have never got in touch without your connections. I'm really glad that I got to talk to you and find out more about your company this week. I hope that none of our employees caused you any trouble. We do have a couple of individuals that are a little troublesome. I hope that they didn't offend you in any way. Don't worry, it was a pleasure working with everyone at your company. Although there was this one thing that was a little worrying. I sent you the screenshots of the conversation that I had with him. Please consider keeping an eye on him. Thank you so much for letting me know about him. We'll make sure to keep a close eye on him and take some actions if necessary. It can be a little difficult to notice what's occurring between co-workers sometimes. I'm a little worried, so I will talk to him directly if needed. Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. I'll see you in 3 days' time then. What the hell is wrong with you? Good morning, Kyle. What's the matter this time? Did something happen? Stop acting like you don't know. I'm not going to forgive you for doing this to me. How come none of the work that I assigned to you is completed? Do you not have any sense of responsibility? What am I meant to do with all of this? Why would I feel any responsibility? None of it was my work in the first place. The work was assigned to you, so there is no need for me to do any of it. I thought that I told you yesterday that I had no intention of returning. Why should I care about that? I expect all the work that I assign to be completed in time. How dare you disrespect me when you're just a part-time contract worker? Why don't I see you working right now? Are you really taking a day off? Hurry up and come to the office so that you can get some work done. I have so much work that I need to force onto you. You really need to learn to listen. I have no reason to go to your workplace today. Why didn't you just do the work instead of wasting time talking to me? I'm not going to forgive you for this. I'm going to make you pay for this. You better be prepared. Prepared for what? Do you not realize my position? I don't care who you think you are. I'm going to take revenge the next time you come to work here. Also, why are you taking a day off work today? Nobody gave you permission to do that. I'm not taking the day off work, actually. You would get what I'm saying if you actually listened to what I told you. Anyway, I would suggest that you get your work done instead of forcing it onto other people. I've got to get going now. Goodbye. How does that feel? You totally got what you deserved. Maybe I should start kickboxing. I'm actually pretty proud of that kick. I wish someone was recording it so that I could see it. It seemed like you were in quite some pain. What is wrong with you? Why did you do that to me? Why were you just sitting around doing nothing at the reception? You should have been inside working. It really pissed me off, and that's why I kicked you. I also can't forgive you for trying to flirt with Anna. So the reason why you kicked me in my back was because you were annoyed at me? I should have hit you a couple more times. You really need to know your place. How dare you sit at the reception and not do any work? You're a part-time contract worker. You should have been hard at work inside the office. How many times do I have to tell you? I wasn't able to get any of my work finished because of you. You were meant to do all of it, but you took an entire day off of work. My manager was furious at me for not getting the work done. It's all your fault. You weren't getting any work done today either. Just how lazy are you? You completely deserved getting kicked by me. Someone like you shouldn't be sitting around doing nothing. The only reason we employed you was so that we can order you around. If you don't want me to kick you again, get back to your desk and start working. This is the last time I'm going to tell you this. I work for a separate company to you. Our companies recently became business partners, and I am the one that came to sign the contract worth $3 million. Wait, what are you talking about? I told you that there was a huge misunderstanding, but you didn't listen. I am not a part-time contract worker for your company. I came to work here for a week to inspect the company and to finalize the deal. What are you talking about? What business partners? Aren't you another one of the contract workers that we employ from time to time? Not at all. I was ordered to come here to finalize a deal between our two companies. What deal? Stop joking around with me. I can't believe that you had the audacity to kick me onto the floor. Have you finally realized what you've done? What you did was not an acceptable thing to do in any situation. Would you please wait and let me process this? I still don't get what's happening. This is all just a prank, right? Why would I be pulling a prank on you? It just doesn't make any sense. So everything that you just told me is all true then? Yes, it's all true. I can prove it to you if you really need. I work for Kim Enterprise, and I'm definitely not a contract worker for your company. I think that even you would have heard of our company before. Maybe you will finally start to realize how much trouble you are in. Kim Enterprise? Are you serious? That company is one of the upcoming companies. They're projected to become huge by the end of this year. Our company went through so much effort to become business partners with them. You work for them? Yes, I do. I told you many times already. I'm glad that you've heard of our company before. I was worried that I would have to explain that as well. I can't believe that someone like you works for such an amazing company. You're not lying, are you? I'm definitely telling the truth. You seem to have changed your attitude as soon as you realized who I worked for. However, what you did to me was not acceptable. Even if I was a contract worker, it still wouldn't be okay to kick me like you did. I'm sorry for what I did to you. Why are you here today if you don't work here? I came here today to finalize the deal between our two companies. I didn't really expect to be kicked in the back like I was. I seem to have landed badly, and I'm struggling to walk right now. I'm gonna have to head to the hospital to get my injury checked out. Unfortunately, the deal between our companies is gonna have to be put on hold or canceled completely. Wait, what? You can't cancel the deal. That company is so important for our company. I think that we're gonna have to think about being business partners with your company. What kind of company allows for violence between co-workers? I'm gonna have to report this to my company, and we'll decide if we really want to go through with this deal. You're not serious, are you? Are you telling me that this deal might not go through because of me? That's exactly what I'm telling you. This deal would have been completed already if it weren't for you. I wouldn't be on my way to the hospital if you didn't kick me onto the floor. I'm really sorry for kicking you in the back today. I really had no idea that you worked for Kim Enterprise. I never would have done that if I had known about it. Would you please forgive me and pretend that this never happened? I'm apologizing after all. Or would you at least be able to keep this a secret from my manager? He's gonna be so mad at me if he finds out that I did this to you. I'm sorry, but I have no intention of keeping any of this a secret. I will take all the action that is necessary to deal with what you did to me. What do you mean by that? I'm not in that much trouble, am I? Tell me, what are you planning to do? I already explained what happened to Mr. Price. He's your manager, right? I'm sure that he will have a talk with you about this later. The receptionist also saw what you did to me. I'm sure that there's no way for you to lie your way out. You've got to be kidding me. I can't believe you told my manager about this. I'm gonna be in so much trouble now, and it's all your fault. Why did you do such a thing? I can't believe it. I want to ask you the same thing. Why did you kick me for no reason? I really couldn't believe it. All I did was tell your manager the truth. I didn't lie or exaggerate any of it. I plan on asking you to pay for all the medical bills, and I'm also considering going to the police to file a report. What are you talking about? Why would you go to the police over this? Stop acting like such a baby. You're really over-exaggerating things now. What you did to me was assault. I was kicked for no real reason and now I'm injured and in hospital. I think that I have every right to go to the police and file a criminal report. More importantly, the deal between our companies is most likely going to fall through. I'm sure that you're going to have to take the responsibility for that. Your company is really not going to be happy to find out that the deal got cancelled.
Please don't tell my company that I did this. I can't afford to lose my job right now. I'm begging you to forgive me. Please just keep this a secret. I really don't understand why you're making such a huge deal out of this.
You really need to take responsibility for your actions. You should think carefully about the consequences before doing anything stupid like you did. I hope that you learned something from this. You also need to back off from Miss Bond.
Why would I do that? She's my girlfriend. Are you trying to take her from me? I thought that you had no interest in her romantically. There's no way that I'm going to let you have her. But I don't care if you work for Kim Enterprise.
Just listen to what I have to say. She reported you to her manager. She accused you of stalking her.
Wait, what?
I was a little worried for her after the conversation that we had the other day. I let Mr. Price know about our conversation just in case. He talked to her in private to make sure that she was okay, and that's when she confessed her situation. She was really stressed out about the way that you were treating her, but she didn't have the courage to speak up. She definitely is not your girlfriend. Please stop stalking and harassing her. Just leave her alone.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought she really liked me. We were getting along so well.
She didn't think that at all. She was really disgusted that you went around saying that you guys were dating. She said that you kept on sending her texts even after she told you not to. You also followed her home without her permission. Everything you did is what a stalker does. She's on the brink of depression thanks to you. She's scared to leave her home and can't sleep at night.
I had no idea that she felt that way about me.
I advised her to go and talk to the police.
Why did you tell her to go talk to the police? She's my girlfriend. We will sort out these problems ourselves. We don't need you or the police intervening.
She already has a fiancé. She definitely does not think of you as her boyfriend. She also told me that she has never talked to you directly.
Well, that might be true, but we text each other all the time. Doesn't that mean we're pretty much dating?
Not at all. You really need to change the way you think and treat other people. What you did to me and to Miss Bond is not acceptable. I hope that you learn from these mistakes and treat other people with more respect in the future.
I'll apologize to you for kicking you in the back. Now that I think about it, I think I took things a little too far. Would you please forgive me and make sure that the deal between our companies goes through? I'll come and pick you up from the hospital right now so that you can get the deal completed.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to forgive you for what you've done. As I told you earlier, I will report everything that happened to my company. You really need to think about your actions and make sure that similar things don't happen in the future.
How come you're not going to forgive me? I can't believe it. You're such a huge piece of trash.
You can't be serious. One thing that I can say for sure is that I'm a much better human being than you. I'm sure that there are going to be many consequences for what you've done. I hope that you regret what you did and learn to become a better person. Kyle was fired immediately after his company found out what had happened. He was furious about getting fired and tried to steal some vital documents from his company. However, he was arrested by the police before he could do anything bad with the documents. He was arrested for assault and for stalking and harassing his co-worker. It is very likely that he's going to have to spend some time in prison. Either way, it'll be a good lesson for him and an opportunity for him to become a better person. Although the chances of him becoming a good person is very slim, he needs to learn to respect other people and treat them like another human being. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing and pressing the like button.